All right, today is December the 8th, and I'm out here, 2022, out here with my grandson, Adler. Say hi. Tell everybody hi. And we've been kind of keeping our distance from each other, except when we walked across the yard a while ago and come over here to the greenhouse. We're still kind of keeping some distance. I've been struggling with COVID the last few days. Just got out of the hospital earlier today. Spent the night last night. Went into the ER yesterday. Anyways, and Adler has a little problem called cystic fibrosis. He surely does not need any infections like this affecting his lungs. Them are soft. Yes, that's a cactus that don't have no pokies on it. Yeah, that's called starfish cactus. But Adler just fed the fish, didn't you, Adler?
Yeah.
He likes to go fish, and they're kind of staying back right now because they don't like him running back and forth. Me and Adler's going to put some more water in that tank in a minute. It's getting kind of low because we use this water to water some of our plants. Then we put clean water. Got a bunch of rainwater outside I'm going to pour into it. But what I really wanted to show, here, Adler, you want to go back that way so Pappy can get right here, is our Christmas cactus. It's the first time I've seen this one bloom, and I can't even remember where we got it from. Might have been from our plant swap or... Yeah, don't pull on it, okay? I love the grandkids. Anyways, I thought they were just pure white flowers. I noticed they had some pink. And look at this. I'll just leave it sitting here and just show y'all. The white on it is almost like porcelain, see-through. And it's got that very brilliant colored, but sometimes light hued pink in there. If that makes sense. I mean, look at that. I think it's awesome. Double flowered there. And got a lot of them on this small. We might need to, after bloom, we'll probably up pot this one to a 1 gallon pot. Yes, sir, what you need, buddy?
Are those hose?
Yeah, them are hoses. Them are for, we're going to set them up and for water and everything, okay? So, just mainly wanted to show you that Christmas cactus. And some of my recent videos I had of these my brain can't even working right now, but oh my god, that's embarrassing. You know what I'm talking about, and I do too, and I just can't think of the words. Pappy can't even think of the words, Bubba. Anyways, orchids. Sheesh. How can I forget that? I am on about 10 different medications. I'm supposed to be in there laying down. But some of them with codeine and stuff in them. But on this one, I had tried doing an air layer on the flower stalk, and I'll have another video about that later on. We'll see in a few months if that takes. And so the greenhouse is coming along nicely. I showed the buds on this the other day. This is aloe vera, just your standard aloe vera. And yeah, she's going into bloom. Pretty cool little flowers. And I showed this here a while back on a video. The string of bananas trying to bloom. I've never seen the bloom on these in person. Some of them are actually not gonna open up. They're dying, so I don't know exactly what to do. We're just trying to leave it and let it do its thing. If the blooms do open, we'll show y'all then. But it's got little buds just everywhere on it. It just remains to be seen if it'll actually bloom or not. The tomatoes are starting to come up the strings I put for them in here. And the daylight hours that we have are affecting them. I try to leave the lights on in here at night sometimes, but they're still not getting the full daylight effect that they were in the summertime. So that's going to grow. That's going to hinder the growth, even if I have the warmth in here in the greenhouse. Even with the warmth, the temperature's up, they still need a certain amount of daylight every day. And so, well, look at here, look at here, look at here. Look at all them flower buds. And I've been pruning these as they grow up the string. And taking off any side branches that try to form, which is usually right there where the leaf joins the main stalk. Usually you get a little side branch there, and I pinch them off. But I've not had a whole. There you see one right there. You see that? So I pinch that off, and whenever it does start producing tomatoes and flowers, then I keep all the leaf. Just a minute, buddy. All the leaves and branches below that point pruned off. So we're getting our first flowers here. So pretty soon I'll come in here and trim off everything below that point and let it keep everything from them flowers up. Now, if it does fruit, then as I pick that fruit, and this should have been a whole nother video, but I just got off on a rabbit trail here. If it does fruit and I pick that fruit, then I trim everything from the next set of fruit down to that, and just keep that going. And by the time the plant has finished it, hopefully it will have grown and been producing all the way up this trellis, all of these all the way down. So I did trim out some of the ice plant the other day. It was looking pretty poorly. A lot of the vines were dying from up there. They were still green on the end, so I cut them off and trying to cut off the dead parts of them and trying to root the ends that were still green. There's a lot of brown, but it's mainly leaves, not really the vine that's dead on them. So them leaves will eventually dry up and fall off, and the vine will look fine. I thought about cutting the whole thing about to here, but I haven't had time. I'll show you right over here. You having fun, Adler cord? All right. Made several pots of just cuttings and stuck them in here real thick. There's 1, 2, 3, and then this in here. Actually has more cuttings than it looks. There were some really little ones that got kind of covered, but if they root, they'll sprout on through. Huh? And the acorn? Yeah, Pappy planted acorns that day, and that one wasn't no good. It had a worm in it. So, why? I don't know. I guess because the worm wanted to be in it. The avocados are coming along pretty nicely. I have another avocado seed to plant in a pot today.
Hey, was this a big snake?
Huh? That we had a snake in here one time, a big one. And we seen a baby one in here too. Sure did, a big old chicken snake about 6 foot long, or 5. The Malabar spinach has been flowering and putting on little berries. I love eating the leaves. Very good as a spinach substitute, and quite fleshy. I guess the berries and stuff are edible, but just something I don't really partake in. I just let them fall, and a new one will grow from there next year. They just come up everywhere, and I don't mind. The ones that are in the way, I remove them. They can be eaten fresh. Big, thick, succulent leaves. You just feel the almost, I wouldn't say leathery, but the thickness in them. And when you chew them, they got a little slime to them. Mucilage and a little bit of a tang, light tang, and that just adds good flavor to soups or omelets, stuff like that. I love it in a egg omelet in the morning or scrambled eggs. So there's some more of them. I forgot about this hanging pot. My little hanger messed up, but that was a hanging pot I made off of that same ice plant the other day. And you exploring, buddy?
You get that.
Yeah.
That one got dead.
Yeah, it's kind of got on the end is dead, ain't it? That's what happens in the wintertime to leaves. See if my friend is on here. He's probably gone already. I had well, I see evidence. There's poop and chewed leaves. Let me see. It's a big old giant swallowtail caterpillar called the bird poop caterpillars. And he may have already snuck off somewhere and went into a chrysalis stage and waiting to turn into a butterfly, because I don't see him. He's been on here for a couple weeks. I do not see him. He was getting quite large, actually, almost big around as my pinky. He was actually down here on one of my cherimoya trees. I don't remember which one it's on. I have several little cherimoyas over there, and I had pinched them back, and he was on one of them. And so no, he wasn't. I take that back. It wasn't cherimoya. It was my because I see it right now, the eating he did on it. My grapefruit. Whew, boy, I'll tell you what, I can't even think straight today. He was on my grapefruit, and I moved him over here to this orange tree. It had more foliage that I could put up with him eating. I didn't want to get rid of him. And he's probably hanging around here somewhere waiting to turn into a butterfly. No telling where he's at. I was hoping he was still on here to show y'all what they look like. They're kind of not the prettiest little caterpillars, but they're cool. It's not real pretty. And anyways, that's it for today's trip in the greenhouse. This is the main target of I wanted to make a video about. Man, it's just, I can't get over the beauty. God has some spectacular plants, some that he made in nature, some he's allowed man to be able to cross and come up with. And I just enjoy being out here. Hope y'all enjoy your time with me. God bless. I'm going to spend some time helping my grandson fill up this fish tank.